Alright, what's up guys? NinjaDeathStrike here, bringing you some more Pokemon Showdown battles. Finally, XYUU is starting to shake out. There's still plenty of work to do on it, but it's at least playable. So I'm going to give it a try because UU is the tier where I get to use Umbreon. That's pretty much all I care about. And that's pretty much how I started building a team. I started with Umbreon and then threw in 5 guys, and many of my teams were very horrible. I finally kind of got it to a base that I'm liking, but that is a very long ways off, and this is a very rough sketch of the team. I'm going to be up here. Actually, the only member that's still on the team is Umbreon. Everyone else has been cycled out. So, I have a ton of battles backed up. I might try to upload 2 per week for a little while, but that's going to be tough. I don't really have a whole lot of time to record during the weekdays anymore, because I'm working full-time all the time, so I pretty much only get to record Sunday afternoon, which is why I've only had 1 video out per week for quite a while now. Maybe we can change that, because I'd like to actually get to the good team, and I don't really want to skip to it so that you can see the evolution of the team. Anyhow, let's get these matches out of the way, and we'll see how that goes. So, like I said, I'm up here at the top. This is Umbreon and 5 guys. I just took guys that I thought would be good and put them on the team with Umbreon. Also, Latias is UU, which is hilarious, and even better is the fact that it's not even that great in UU right now, just because a lot of the top threats kill it, which is something I learned fairly quickly. My opponent's team is down here. It doesn't look like he knows a whole lot of what he's doing yet either. He's got some random guys that you don't see very often. I mean, a lot of people just don't know what they're doing right now, I think. And so you see all sorts of things, and that's how it's going. So let's watch this match, and I'll stop rambling. He's going to lead with Primeape. I'm going to lead with Pop-Tarts. I'm assuming he's probably Scarfed, and he is, and I die. I'm Scarfed too, but I don't know. I should have probably guessed that he was, because Primeape is almost always Scarfed. So I'm going to be down a guy immediately, and then he's going to switch into Mega Ampharos, and I immediately realize that I can't kill it, ever. I don't know how I'm going to beat it. And it's the SETI Uppy set. It runs like Max Defense, Charge Beam, Dragon Pulse, Rest, and Sleep Talk, I think. So it's really hard to deal with if you don't have a solid answer for it, because it never dies. And this team doesn't have an answer for it. So I throw up a Leech Seed and then die with Gourgeist. And I'm just going to try and stall it out, I guess, with Umbreon. Eventually it's going to have to switch, because I at least got the Leech Seed on it. So maybe I can... I don't know. It's not looking good right off the bat. It is going to go to sleep here, and I'm going to switch into Aries, hoping that I can catch him, on a Sleep Talk, get a rest or something. I'm going to be an idiot and set up an agility when I should just be attacking. So, yeah, that was cool. Earthquake does 38%. 38%. AKA nothing. Luckily, my Metagross is pretty bulky, so I'm going to be able to, survive. And he's going to switch out, which is good for me. Now that it doesn't have all those boosts, and it's at pretty low health, I should be able to deal with it. Primeape comes in here. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be faster than me. I'm assuming it's Jolly. If it were Adamant, I might have been able to outspeed it, but I'm going to switch into Stella Latias here, as he locks himself into close combat, and that still does a big chunk, more than a third of my health. So that hurts more than I wanted it to. Floor just comes in. It's going to Moonblast me. This is just something that's going to happen. Floor just seems pretty well positioned in UU. I would be using one if I weren't too stubborn to not use Umbreon. They basically do a lot of the same stuff, but Floor just has better typing. Umbreon can take physical hits, though, so I guess that's something in his favor. Also, he's Umbreon, so I don't care. I'm just going to use him. But Venomoth is going to come in, put me to sleep. I know that the Quiver Dance is coming here. Um, so I go ahead and sack Empoleon as sleep fodder, and then I assume Ares is going to be able to survive a single attack. He does, and he's able to take it out with a Zen Headbutt. Primeape comes back in. I'm just going to kind of scout to see what he wants to do, so I go into Neptune, the useless Empoleon. I was really disappointed with Empoleon. I was trying out a Stealth Rock defog set, and I think that just only giving him 2 offensive moves wasn't really a good choice because he never does anything for the amount of time that he's on the team. So he's death fodder there. That's cool, I guess. His Venomoth's dead, so I don't have to worry about anything else being put to sleep. Gonna switch into Whisper, my special wall here on Crawlitzer. Fairly certain he's gonna be able to handle anything that it throws at me. Gonna be able to pass a Wish to Ares the Metagross, which is cool. And then I switch right back to Whisper because Crawlitzer comes in and Metagross can't really hurt it. Surf is doing a pretty hefty chunk. It's an issue. I can stall him out with Wish Protect. That's not something I want to do, but it's kind of something I need to do. I might try passing a Wish to Latias here. Yeah, that is what I'm going to do. And he's going to switch into Primeape. So I have a full health Latias. The U-turn here is pretty obvious, but I'm fairly certain I can survive it. I do, thanks to the crit damage being reduced down to, I believe, just 130%. It's not even 50%. I know that for a fact. So I survive, I get up a Calm Mind, and then I die to Ice Beam. And Latias doesn't do a whole lot. So it's going to be up to Ares here to really finish out the match. I do have Umbreon still, who's going to be great support. I can pass some wishes if I need to. I'm going to stay in on the Primeape here because at this point I'm pretty sure I can kill it. And the rest of his team is low enough that I think I can sweep him with Ares. So take out the Crawlitzer, Ampharos is going to come in, it's going to die to Stealth Rocks, and that's going to be the match. Turn it around after a really rough start. The first few turns there did not go well. I was super lucky that I was able to force out Ampharos, otherwise it just sweeps my team. And that is my very first ever UU match in XY, I believe, and it actually was a pretty decent one. So moving on to game number 2. Haven't changed the team around yet, still the same 6 guys. I'm pretty sure it's going to look drastically different in the next video, but we're sticking with it for this one. Down here, my opponent has some pretty standard UU guys. Crawlitzer is amazing in UU. He's just a powerhouse. He hits like a truck, and he's surprisingly bulky. He doesn't get killed in one hit by very many things. Umbreon is solid. You know, it does what Umbreon does. It hasn't changed in 3 or 4 generations, but it's just good at what it does. So that's a thing. Jirachi is UU, which is hilarious. Chansey, let's talk about Chansey. I'm sure we'll talk about it in this match. I hate Chansey, and not because it beats me, because it just makes games take forever. It doesn't do anything. And I believe this is a match we're going to get a prime example of that. You guys don't use Chansey. It's not good. It doesn't ever do anything. It just stalls. So anyhow, we'll see that. And Ditto's interesting. Ditto's I've always been disappointed with Ditto. It seems like it should be a lot better than it is, but it's always kind of disappointing. Anyways, it's here, so we'll have to see what it does. He's going to lead with Rachi, which is interesting. I'm going to lead with Pop-Tarts. That's advantage me. I predict him to switch out here, and he doesn't have a ground type, so I'm just going to Volt Switch, keep the switch initiative. I know that Whisper is going to wall whatever my Rotom could do, so I'm going to throw up a Protect, see what he wants to do. He shows me Volt Switch. I'm fairly certain he's probably Scarfed. Seems like the best option for Ditto. Some people don't, but that just seems risky because you're always running a Speed Tie. He's going to set up rocks with Jirachi and then go for the Drain Punch, which is interesting. Luckily, Foul Play is just going to wreck his face in, and he doesn't want to stay in for that. So he switches into Chansey. Foul Play does nothing, and I'm going to have to switch out. So I do get my wish here. Keep Umbreon healthy, which is the key to most of the games I do well in. Set up my own rocks, as it doesn't look like he has a spinner there. And now I'm going to switch into Marzipan, the Gourgeist, just to attempt a Leech Seed. I figured that would be good on Chansey because I would get all of my health back. Oh, I don't go for Leech Seed. I actually make the better play and scout with Substitute first. So He's gonna turn into me, which is cool for him. He's gonna lock himself into Shadow Sneak. I'm assuming he's scarfed. I don't think I ever know for sure, but I always just operate under the assumption that Ditto is scarfed, because that's really, I think, the best way to do it. So anyhow, I know that he's locked into Shadow Sneak, and it doesn't even break my sub. So once it does, I'm going to switch into Whisper, go for the Heal Bell to unparalyze Empoleon, because I guess that was important to me. And he's going to show me counter with Chansey, which was a terrible move on his part. I don't know why. Oh, he does have Choice Scarf. There we go. I don't know why he would do that. Even if he hit me, it did 3%. So Whisper is going to take no damage, and he just gave away that he has counter. So now, when I might have gone for a Meteor Mash and he could have gotten something, I know not to. And I switch into Marzipan, and Chansey does nothing. So set up a sub, because Chansey is setup bait. He goes into Crawlitzer. That's fine with me. It means I get to do something. And then I miss Leech Seed. So that's cool. Waste my turn there, but it happens. I'm still not that threatened. Whisper is going to wall Crawlitzer all day, every day. Every time he goes into Chansey, it's just free turns for me. So that's cool. I go for the foul play here. Not sure why. I guess I was predicting the Thunder Wave. So I'm going to paralyze us both with Synchronize, throw up a Wish here, and then switch into Pop-Tarts. I know that I will get all of my health back because of the Wish, and because Chansey can't do anything to me. And so then I'm just going to Volt Switch out. He tries to get tricky and go into Crawlitzer. I think he was expecting a trick there, since I did that last time, and instead I just flat out kill him. So that's cool. Jirachi comes in. Don't want to get Drain Punched. Don't think it can actually hurt Marzipan at all. Ghost types are super good, by the way. One of the best types in the game right now, I think, but that's a discussion for later. He actually switches Chansey into Marzipan, which is fine with me. Marzipan can't hurt Chansey, but Chansey can't do anything to Marzipan, and I'm fine just stalling. Like, I don't care. I will play out a stall war if that's what you want to do. And he decides that he doesn't. Once that happens, he's just going to forfeit, and that is going to be the match for today. So there we go. My first couple UU matches, pretty decent matches. First one definitely better than the second, but there you have it. So give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave me your thoughts about Chansey in UU and OU, I guess. Let me know if you think it's any good. I don't. I think it's bad. I don't think it does anything. And stay tuned. I'll have more coming your way shortly. Later, guys.